Hello and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 11. We've got a great show for you today. I'm going to first introduce our guests, Mr. Good Saint, Mr. Wrecked, and Captain Gatto. He's got a
Hello.
fancy... Yeah, okay, so Mr. Wrecked may look a little different, by the way. It's the same one. And Gatto's got a fancy new background. And okay. I'm not gonna be able to get through this. That's pretty funny though. I like it. Anyway, yeah. Today on the on the show. Stop it! You're messing with me. Stop. Okay. Anyway, today on the show we're gonna be going over the reflecting on Lightfall launch and beyond, and then of course this week at Bungie. Blog post from yesterday. Kind of go over some of the stuff, even though a ton of the stuff in this week at Bungie was just the stuff on reflecting on Lightfall launch and beyond, but there is some new stuff in there that we're going to kind of go over and discuss. First, we're going to start off the stream, or not stream, but show with our typical kind of start off and see kind of what we're doing, whether if we're doing something specific in Destiny or if we're playing any other games in the gaming world. So I'm going to start with Mr. Good Saint. Are you playing anything different other than Destiny?
No.
Okay, so what are you doing in Destiny?
Well, now that all my characters are pinnacle, I don't have to worry about doing any of that garbage anymore. I can focus on doing other things that normally I do at the tail end of the season because I've been level grinding too much. But this last week and even the week prior, was raiding a lot with my wife recently, who just finally got the confidence up to start raiding, and it's been a lot of fun. She only does one character. She did 3 round runs in the first week that she started doing it. So it's been a lot of fun. So I've been doing a lot of raiding currently, actually.
Great. No, that's good. That's I haven't been doing a lot of raiding, but I need to. I don't really need to, but I want to.
I'm with the shotgun.
I have the shotgun, so that's why I don't have to do a lot anymore.
Right.
Like that's the reason I have to do a lot, but now I want to just do it to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wrecked, you got anything special on the docket over the last week?
I've been raiding, finishing up the master stuff, so I can get the seal knocked out. I've been playing. I've almost finished Dredge, and I started playing a couple of games in early access. A couple of roguelikes, one called Spirit Fall, and another one called Raven's Watch. So they're both kind of low on content right now because they literally just dropped in early access yesterday. But having a good time so far.
Okay. Gatto, any different games or what are you doing in Destiny?
Destiny, not really much, but in terms of other games, Rock and Stone, Deep Rock Galactic.
Okay. Is that Rock and Stone? Is it like a new DLC or?
No, it's
Or
just
is that
the
just
model
what
of
you?
the game.
That's just what you call it. Okay, Rock and Stone.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just Rock and Stone.
Okay, got it.
I should probably mention that I'm about to finish my 7th Iron Banner reset of the season.
Good Lord. All right, for me, I've still been pushing through God of War Ragnarok. I'm gonna get to the end of that. Booted up Life is Strange 2. Ironically, I know I'm like 4 years behind. I love those games, but I haven't got a chance to play them. So I started that up. Haven't gotten that far in it, so we'll see if it's as good as the first one. And then Destiny, I had just said that I wasn't rating enough, but I have been playing Iron Banner to grab some extra pinnacles. I already gilded the title last time, so that's not what I was focused on. I'm only on my 3rd reset. I'm not insane. But I like your touch of malice.
Touch of Grass?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, touch of grass. That's essentially it, though, this week. Nothing else. I haven't done anything else. So we're going to get right into the content of the show, the meat and the potatoes, I guess. Reflecting on Lightfall launch and beyond. I am going to bring this over here, so I'm not looking off to the side of the screen while I'm reading it. So basically, Bungie put out a blog post for us that, talks about, the launch of Lightfall and what they've done right and what they've done wrong and what they plan on changing. And just giving us a little bit of detail about what kind of their thought processes are, the thoughts that are going through their heads, that they're listening to us in some things and don't care in other things. Uh, here's a little blurb straight from Joe Blackburn that says, "Hey Guardians, we are floored by how many new and returning faces have been devouring Destiny 2 these last few weeks, and while it's clear the initial experience we delivered on day one didn't provide the full clarity we had originally planned for when we set out creating Lightfall, the team has taken the feedback to heart in both what's coming this year and with how we're ending the Light and Darkness saga in the final shape. Over the last few years, the team has set a high bar for what to expect from Destiny 2's evolving world, and we're committed to making sure the resolution of our first saga lives up to the legacy. We'll continue to build toward the resolution throughout the year of Lightfall, and can't wait to experience the conclusion to the saga alongside all of you as we make our way to the final shape. Of course, there's plenty to come between now and then. We've taken a broad look at the community feedback across the game since launch, and we're working to address several areas in the coming weeks, while also forging ahead on content for our upcoming seasons. Let's get into things we're building and improving in response to your input on Lightfall so far." So that was just kind of a message from Joe. I wanted to read that and kind of give you an idea of it's obvious that they understand, some of the criticisms that came from Lightfall. They're letting us know here that they're listening to the criticism. Hopefully, they're gonna try to address a lot of it, throughout the year, and then moving into the final shape, rather than seeing changes like 3 months down the road, which is nice. So we'll get right into a couple things that they talk about changing completely. So they talked about ranking up. Well, not completely. Sorry. All right. Let's take a step back. They talked about ranking up in Guardian ranks. It's stuff we talked about last week as well. But we can still go over it and kind of give our opinions on what they say. So Guardian ranks, they say, should serve as a guide to let you know what you should be doing to improve your Guardian, especially if they're new to the game. They should create a social signal to others so that you can quickly glean some information about a Guardian skill within Destiny 2. The social signal should also carry meaning season over season. And then commendations are kind of, they're meant to create cycles of gratitude so the players are thankful for one another. They should reinforce the most celebrated Guardians are those who have earned the respect of their peers by helping them out. So we know for a fact that the commendations didn't work out at all as anticipated, because people found ways to break the system and grind them. And then Guardian ranks, they're showing us that they are working on it. With some more information and meat and potatoes below this part of the ranking up system. So we'll go over it in a minute. But some of the stuff looked really good when I read over it. Obviously, and they're going to keep an eye on it and do better as they move forward, obviously. But overall, it's a good. I think it's a good concept that they're letting us know that they're listening, and that they've decided to give us a little bit of information ahead of time of what they plan on changing. What do you guys... I don't know if you all read every little bit in detail of this, but do you guys have any thoughts on what the changes that they're planning on making? Or do you need me to go through it first?
Since you won't D-rank anymore, your rank will be the highest rank you've achieved. That's what will be displayed. I will rank up to rank 11 one time, and then I will stop engaging with the system ever again.
Okay, so is that exactly how they said, or did they say? Yeah. Well, from what I understood, is you will always show your highest rank that you ever achieved, but you'll still be able to work your way back up the ranks?
So your
See-
seasonal stuff will reset, but
Yeah.
you'll always display your highest achieved rank.
Okay.
So once I get 11 next to my character, then I can ignore this
Okay.
completely.
All right. Unless they actually add mods into it, like they said it was supposed to. Then you have
I
to
took
do
it as it'll show your previous season's highest rank, and then if you got to a higher rank in the current season, then it would show that one, and then if you didn't, then essentially that number would revert back to 6 the following season after that. That's how I took it. I don't know if that's how it's going to play out, but that's how I took it. So you'll keep that whatever number you got in, say, Defiance for this season and next season, and then if you don't go past that, then in season 22 you'll go back to either full reset or whatever you were at the end of last season.
So what it
Well,
says
that's-
exactly. So what it says exactly is your rank displayed to everyone will reflect your highest rank earned last season.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, I don't care.
And if you achieve a higher rank than you did the season previous, it will be your new displayed number.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it
then we're
only-
back to I don't care. And if anybody says shut up, shut up 6, the 8s are talking, I'll be like, what's your triumph score, bitch?
What's your triumph score, bitch? There is the thing that they plan on putting in that will make me grind to 11 every season, no matter what, and it's the recent season screen. So they're gonna have a recent season screen that shows up. You know, when we're in Season of the Deep, people are gonna be able to. I'm gonna be able to look. I don't know if people are gonna be able to look, but I'm gonna be able to look and see, you know, what my Guardian rank was in Season of Defiance, and then Season of the Deep, and then after that, what are redacted, and there'll be a list of them there. So I'm gonna need to have 11s all the way down that, and there's nothing I can do about it. But it's a neat little screen. So it shows your level, it shows your title, it's going to show your seasonal level, and then it's going to show your accommodation level. So just stuff that you can go back on and take a look at, which I thought was, I mean, it's nothing special, but that's gonna push me to want those all to say 11. I know that might sound stupid, but
Green likes numbers.
Yeah.
Big numbers.
I mean, you like what you like. There's no, I don't see any incentive to do it. They should at least tie this to the seasonal challenges and make the challenges you have to do to go up ranks the same as the seasonal challenges. Otherwise, this is just the part where they say, where he says, or where they say in here, where is it? Where they basically say it's telling you what you need to do to improve as a guardian. I'm like, come on. I have 7,000 hours in this game. I don't need you telling me how to improve my play. Stupid.
I do think they should, you know, I personally think that they could get people like you on board if they did something like Season of Defiance, right? Goes to 11. You know, and instead of resetting all the ranks back to 6 or 7 or whatever it happens to be, I forget. Add all the new seasonal stuff and, you know, some of the hard content like GMs and whatnot again. Like remake you do GMs and maybe trials or something, but just add levels to it. So Season of the Deep will add 12, 13, and 14, and that'll be all the seasonal missions. It'll have Gild Your Conqueror. It'll have, you know, make it to the lighthouse and all the stuff that's in like 9, 10, and 11. Just have to do that again, but also do it along with your seasonal blue stuff that's not, or that will reset. And then that way people don't feel like they're just doing the same cycle over and over again. So they go from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then Season of the Deep, they can get up to 14, and then Season of the Redacted, they can get up to 17. Yeah.
Or what if you could guild it?
Guild 11. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be fine too. Yeah. If I could guild
No.
11 over and over again.
Does nothing for me. I was one thing away from gilding like 3 seals last season, and I just didn't care. It doesn't matter.
But listen,
I
you
don't-
literally
this
just
doesn't matter
said
either.
that if you get to keep your 11 forever, you'd level it up. So how is that any different than?
It'd be worth doing one time, maybe.
Okay, one time maybe to get your 11. All right. I still think they'd get a lot more people on board, even if Rec is just going to be a bully. If they increase the numbers every
Listen,
season rather than.
This is me as a bully, all right? Their system is dumb. I do not like it. They should just make it a checklist of things you have to do, and doing a certain number of the things on the checklist is what moves you up. Don't tell me the order in which I have to do things.
I would
All
agree
right,
with
All
that.
right.
Is there-
Listen,
is there-
Bungie, your tagline for so long was "Play the game your way." All right. This is not playing the game my way. This is playing the game your way. We already got champions and all that other nonsense going on, and different burns and different weapons we got to use for different things. Just let us play the game how we want and get the things that we want. Thank you.
Okay, then.
Okay, is there a button you have to push to make your avatar angry, or does it just like the louder you get, the angrier it gets?
I have to control myself. Mhm.
Okay. I don't know how this VTuber stuff works.
Me neither.
Well, you're doing good.
We're learning together.
I mean, it's talking and everything. Is that just like a face rig type software that controls that?
It's a piece of software called VadioTube.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, effectively.
Gotcha. That's cool. See, I like it a lot now that I'm looking at it. As long as like we said last week, as long as it's not some ridiculous character. But I love this. It like it's been your logo and whatnot. I think it looks cool. I love the tie. It really indicates. I remember something about ties on Discord there for a long time, before COVID at least.
Tie Tuesdays. Yep.
Yeah, some shit like that. I don't remember. Anyway, all right. So we kind of addressed this last week, but it's in the mentions here, or whatever it happens to be, the Forever 6 thing. So they were talking about the Forever 6 and their short-term way to change that, move the lost sector completions and flawless objective to higher ranks, and then reduce the commendation objectives. So we talked about that last week, but basically all this is doing is replacing Forever 6 with Forever 7, which really makes no difference in the grand scheme of things. Maybe it does make them feel better that they're 7 and not 6. I don't know. But longer term, they put returning players will now start at rank 5, and ranking up from 5 to 7 will be faster than it was to rank up from 6 to 7 at launch. And rank renewal will be fast tracked. So players that have quickly renewed rank 7 by the playing seasonal content, earning artifact power, and completing seasonal challenges and trying out the newest exotic will have quickly renewed rank 7. Okay. Whatever. We also plan on remixing ranks 6 to 11 to provide a better expression of skill between those ranks. Once those changes are out in the wild, we'll continue to monitor in the data and determine, if there's any more changes that need to be made. So I am interested in seeing what the rank 6 to 11 changes are going to be. I haven't even seen rank 9 and 10 and 11 yet. Wait.
I hear going flawless is in there somewhere. That's going to be a stumbling block for a lot of people.
That's
At least
fine.
up until the double mercy changes happen.
You haven't seen rank 10s because you need grandmasters to
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I recognize that, but I'm just wondering. Also, when you do all of your 10s and then you go to the tower, and now you're an 11, are you done? There's nothing to do at that rank. That's kind of what I'm wondering.
No.
Because what
You've
would be the point of
ascended
doing
to-
something at rank 11 if you've already got the? Oh wait, you wouldn't already have the 11 because I'm on rank. Wait, I'm confused. I'm on rank 8 right now. Yeah, I'm on 8 rank and I have an 8. So once I do those objectives, I get the 9. So
Correct.
effectively, rank 10's activity should be the last ones, unless they give us a number 12 and that we don't know about. It's a mystery secret. Ooh. All right. Anyway, so we'll see. I guess we'll see what they are. Definitely interested. All right, commendable objectives. So once again, some stuff they discussed last week in a blog post, removing the Guardian rank objectives that require players to give commendations from 7 to 9, further reduce the commendation objective requirements for Guardian ranks 7 to 9, and then reduce Hawthorne's weekly powerful commendations from 20 to 5. We talked about how there's no real point in having 5 at all. But I thought that was funny. But there is a couple things here below that I'm really interested in. First of all, they must have heard you last week because they were adding a best dressed commendation.
Mm.
And you guys literally said that last week.
Yeah.
That you would actually give out commendations for best dressed. So what do you think of that change?
I mean, it's going to go to the person who has the best drip in the fire team for sure. Every time.
But now that it's actually going to be there, Rect, are you going to take your time to accommodate the best dressed? Because you said you would. You literally.
I'm going to use it in clan activities to bully the people who are really into transmog and never give it to them and give it to other people.
Nice.
No. Am I going to take the time to give it out to different people? Probably not.
Okay. So after you said you would do accommodation for best dressed, and then they answered you specifically.
If somebody looks really cool, then maybe I would, but I can't only see me doing it if it's somebody like I know, if it's somebody in the clan or something, if it's just some random. I don't even know if I'm even going to notice what they look like. Right now when commendations come, I don't even look at the players. I immediately go to the results screen, and that's where I sign out all my commendations now. But I just assign them out randomly. So if I happen to be in there and I see somebody that looks really cool, that their transmog really sings to me, sure, of course. Otherwise, most of the time, when I'm resetting Iron Banner 47 times, probably not.
Okay. All right. So there's another one here that says updating eligibility for commendations based on activity participation or lack thereof. So what I'm thinking that means is if you do bad enough, like the game won't even let you get any commendations. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it does. But I'm wondering if this is going to be like, if you didn't do a certain thing, then you can't be eligible for this commendation.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
But maybe not necessarily all of the commendations that are available.
I'm curious how complicated it's going to get, or is it just going to be like, okay, you're in the bottom half of the fire team, you can't get commendations. Oh, Rex angry all of a sudden.
It's just Bungie telling me how to play and how to commendate.
I thought it was great. Hopefully, if they do they should give us bad commendations. I'm just saying.
I would agree.
And
As much as it would be abused.
And if you give it away, it takes away points from that person's commendation score.
The person you give it to?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd have a reason to report everybody I played with for griefing constantly.
I think that's a great system. But if you're but they would have a system in place that recognizes if you gave it out too much, and then your commendation score would be hit. So what are you gonna do then?
I'm impressed that you think Bungie could manage a system like that and have it run smoothly and effectively.
I mean, like, surely they can.
Yeah. Just like they can put out a Halloween event that they put out 5 times in a row and not have it be screwed up when they launch it the 6th time. Mm-hmm.
I think they could. All they have to do is call Valve and ask for their system. Valve, sure, here you go. No problem, man. Enjoy. And then you're good. Then you're done, right? That works, right? Anyway, I thought it was interesting. And the last one that's actually a good, it's going to be a good change starting in Season 21. Objectives to receive leadership commendations in ranks 10 and 11 will be retroactive. So any raids and dungeons that you do, that you lead from day 1 will count towards your progress. So, cool. Yeah. I mean, it's not everything. It's not all the stuff, but it's something. That way you don't, like, Because I'm sure I've gotten some up to this point, but I know when I get to rank 10 or 11, obviously that's going to be a big chunk. I'm not going to. This season, I'm going to have 0. But next season, at least, I'll have retroactive numbers.
I mean, listen, I don't like this system. I think that's clear. I don't like how it's implemented, but I do appreciate what Bungie's trying to do. I think that the fact that they've changed it so much already, is a good sign, and hopefully it becomes something that I can be excited about in the future.
Nope. You'll always hate it.
Probably.
All right, so on to some other stuff a little bit further down. Legend of Master Activities. Again, stuff that we talked about last week, but they're putting it in these new these new things. I mean, we could technically skip it, but anyway. Legend of Master Activities. Enemy HP scalar reduced to 10%. Reduced by 10%. Wait, scalar. Explain. Okay, so it scales their health based on... Okay, what?
Fire team size, I believe.
No.
Isn't it?
Legend and Master Activities. This could be anything. Your fire team size doesn't scale the HP in like a Master Dungeon.
The difficulty
there's an automatic scale.
changes. The difficulty changes, things like that. That's the scalar they're talking about.
Exactly. Okay. So when you go from hero to legend, there's different changes other than light level, and one of them is an HP scalar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's being reduced by 10%. Okay, that makes more sense. See, the way they said it last week is they're reducing the HP by 10%. That's a completely different thing. They're reducing the scalar. Okay. All right. So that's a much smaller number than 10% of their health is reducing the scalar by 10%.
Right.
This includes all non-dungeon raid content. This includes all... Wait, what the fuck? Never mind. We're drunk. Something's going on. This includes all non-raid dungeon content with legend and mastery monikers. Legendary activities such as legendary campaign missions are generally not effective. Okay, so maybe they are talking about the scalar.
So the enemy has a base of 300 hit points. There's a scalar. The scalar is going to be reduced by 10% from where it is now for master and for legend. That's what it means. So if the scalar is 50% for legend,
Okay, so it still means the same thing, just it's not being implemented in raid and dungeon content. Got it.
no, it'd be nightfalls and lost sectors and that kind of thing.
Co-op scalar converted to legend nightfall levels rather than legendary. Okay, so legendary Avalon. Co-op scalar converted to legend nightfall levels rather than legendary campaign. Enemy HP should be reduced by about 33% in a full fire team. So that's the exotic mission for this season.
Mm-hmm.
We knew those numbers exactly last time. This was interesting. So with the heist battlegrounds coming up and the GM, well, I mean they've already came up, but the GM heist battleground Mars coming up. This is good news, I think, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean, you played it, right? It's rough.
It's rough. Rough for sure, yeah. So there's some upcoming changes in... this is coming mid-season patch because they want it to hit before the GMs do. So... In Heist Battleground Mars, they are decreasing how often combatant waves spawn on higher difficulties in the tower phase. So at the very beginning, where you're doing the 3 Seraph Towers. I don't know why maybe people care about the score multiplier on Legend and Master. I do not. But they're increasing it. And they're adding another...
requirements, right? To hit certain pinnacles. That's why people care about it.
Well, that
for
and the
Guardian
Guardian
ranks as well.
Yeah.
My point is that like this, the only reason I care about this specifically is GMs, I just don't care about it. So, and in a GM, you're gonna hit 200,000, no matter what. pretty much no matter what, as long as you finish it. Anyway, adding an additional ammo crate, that'll probably help. Staying alive was not ammunition's problem. It was just being pelted to death by thousands of ads
with no cover.
with zero cover yet. So that was fun. They are changing other heist battlegrounds, but really it's not really too much of an issue because I don't think any of them I don't think any of them are in the Nightfall rotation. But reducing the frequency and number of some combatant waves in all final boss fights, I hope they do. Are they doing that in? So they're doing this in all of them, and Mars. Like, are we getting reduced combatant waves in the boss fights in Mars as well? Are we reducing the health of the Death Tongue Choilsters, or whatever they're called, in Mars as well?
Choristers.
Yeah, whatever. Hive runes have the same health on all difficulties. I don't even know what that's referring to. What runes?
That's the runes to
That you
get
shoot with
into the
the
vault.
yeah, with the Seraph nut.
Okay, whatever. And then thinning out fallen trip mines, and I don't care about that either. Just don't run over them or shoot them.
You can't not run over them when you're running in the inside section. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just give us the ghost armor that we had last season. Or whatever it is.
We forgot how to use that technology after the season ended.
Yeah. Well, Rasputin died, so we lost it. There you go.
You got anything to talk about, Gato? You've been uncharacteristically quiet.
I mean, I was gonna say a lot of stuff, but wrecked here, and saying pretty much I've been saying everything about all the other things that I was gonna talk about. So instead of adding to it and extending the podcast to an oversized time, I'm just keeping myself quiet for now.
All right, that's fair. Speak up if there's anything you want to talk about specifically. We're going to move on to the Neo Muna Patrol section here, where they've made some adjustments to the area. They've increased the spawn rate of Vex Strike Force in the Vex Incursion Zone, which is the guaranteed exotic public event, I believe, right? Yes.
Yep.
And something I read today that I didn't know before was that's actually a guaranteed exotic that you do not have. So people should be in there more. I didn't know that. I just thought it was a guaranteed exotic drop, and I thought that was cool. So, but in reality, no. If there's any exotic you do not have, Vex Strike Force is what you should be trying to do.
And it's easier with friends. It's kind of difficult to do by yourself.
Oh,
It's a fun
super
event
hard.
too.
It's super hard to do by yourself. But get in there with some friends and get yourself some exotics that you haven't been able to pick up yet. I assume that includes all the new exotics as well. So if they're the only ones you don't have, then get in there. And then once you have every exotic piece of armor, what did it say?
It's just a random piece, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think there's more to it than that. We'll get to it
Keep
after.
in mind,
I
keep in mind that these pieces that they are giving away in this event are not accounted the ones that you only unlock through lost sectors. So every season when the new exotic comes out, so you need to get it from lost sectors. However, this event will not give you that exotic. You need to unlock it first, and then it goes into that pool. These ones over here are more towards the players who don't have those exotics or the normal exotics, and instead of like waiting for a world drop or a random drop from Xur, they can just rush these events and they will get them. I mean, it's nice, yeah, little quality of life, but for players who want to farm exotics, I mean, sure, unlock them first and then you can farm them.
Well, once we move our way down a little bit further, we don't need to farm exotics anymore. Let's go, baby! I'm excited for that one. That's not how it was worded, but we'll go over it again afterwards. It doesn't indicate that there's any exotics that are off limits, but maybe I didn't read it very good. Anyway, partition activities are now replayable each week after earning the initial Pinnacle Power Reward. Reduced the rank and file red bars that are enemies are replaced by tougher elite orange bar enemies, and reduce the spawn rate of turrets, specifically in Himza Park. So I guess there was a lot of turrets in there. I don't know. I don't remember. And then in a future patch, they're going to make certain patrols easier to complete. There was a little note on here in Terminal Overload that I guess the director node wasn't reliable on matchmaking you with other people doing it. It's going to be better at that. That's great. I never really ran into that. Pretty much every time I used the overload, like there was one going on with a bunch of people doing it. If I tried to just walk over to it, there was never one going on. So now they have some information here about the lost sectors, but there's like no bullet points, which is what I've been reading. And I do remember I went over this whole thing, but I don't remember anything important here. So I'm just going to read the 2 paragraphs that they have here. So lost sectors warrant special attention as some of our only solo-focused endgame activities. While we understand the initial frustration of being underleveled early in Season 20 to take on lost sectors, we believe the activity levels are appropriate as endgame content for the seasonal ebb and flow. While acknowledging they require a full power climb with the release of Lightfall to reasonably attempt as Season 20 continues, and certainly at the start of Season 21, we feel both Legend and Masters lost sectors will feel very approachable for regular players, and we aren't planning on making any difficulty changes specific to lost sectors at this time, aside from the 10% HP scalar reduction that we noted above. We do have some upcoming changes to exotic acquisition to share below, so read on. Okay, so basically, they've heard people complain that they were a little hard. They said too fucking bad. Lightfall had a power grind. Of course, you're not going to be near it. With Season of the Deep, there's no power increase, so right from the onset, we should only be 15 levels. 20 levels? 15? I don't know. What is it? It's
20.
30, right? Legend is 30.
Yeah,
And we're going to
20.
be 1810. So 20 below, which I did the Legend one at 35 below. So, yeah. So without leveling up at all, you're starting off 20 under. So you'll be fine, is basically what they're saying. And I agree. Anyone disagree?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay. Good stuff, Captains. They talk here about Thresher, just reducing the damage so it's not one-shotting you. I know they said they had already done that, but they explained it here or something.
It's the direct impact, I think, that was one-shotting, not the explosive.
Yeah, so now the maximum damage on direct hit should now be less than half of what it previously was. So, that's good. Less dying to that. Vanguard scoring and reputation. So they're gonna make they're increasing some of the reputation multipliers. Hold on. They're increasing the scoring multipliers of all like Nightfalls. Let me read this again. Now that I'm reading it again, it's like, is that what they're doing? Anyway, so while still a little early to tell if Vanguard scoring bonuses are tuned to our liking, we do have a few things to discuss. With Lightfall, we return the score multiplier of Master and Grandmasters from 2.0 and 2.5 to 1.7 and 2.0. Okay, so they dropped it with a Lightfall. To make the scoring curve from Hero to Grandmaster smoother, while this makes for better play experience, where every strike can feel time equivalent to others for rep gain and the same difficulty, any pursuit that used single instance score needed to be adjusted to account for this. So in a future patch, They are going to take a pass at a low map score multipliers and individual objectives to make sure everything feels better. Specifically, Guardian ranks, Nightfall scoring objectives, and Legendaires of Eternity bounties. Listen, game. All right. Stop with the easiness. There was literally no difficulty in getting 130,000 points on a legendary Nightfall, and there was absolutely zero difficulty getting 200,000 on a master. In fact, I did Glassway on master and legend. I got them both in the same week, and I'm pretty sure I got 260,000 on master, and I got 160,000 on legend. And we weren't doing anything, like there was no strats. It was just randoms going in, shitting on people, and then we had the score.
Have you
It's
tried
not
this
like
week?
that. Yeah, it's not like that in every one.
This
Like
week
in
is
Shadows
rough.
is different.
Yeah, I did legend full run. We, smooth. We did it in like 15 minutes or whatever. We had 80,000. Killed all
So-
champions, got platinum.
I did master today for my rank 8. Incidentally, to get to clear rank 8 and get to rank
Yeah.
9. And I thought it was going to be a problem hitting that 130 for one of the guys that was with me that's still in rank 7. But we did 137 without a problem, and that was with going above the 30 minutes and getting a penalty. We still managed to finish it, in time. It's just a matter of making sure you're killing everything, I guess. I don't know. But
You
that was
two have-
master versus legend, so there's more enemies.
Okay, but you need to get 130 on legend.
Yes, and he got it
No.
on master this week, which means that
It counted for him.
It
Yeah,
counted
so
for him?
Yeah.
Well,
But
fuck, if
master's
I had
higher.
known that, I would have just done master rather than legend. The way they word it is like you have to get 130,000 on legend. That's the it doesn't say get 130,000 in one Nightfall. Ugh, that pisses me off.
I feel for you, Greener. I would have
just done master. I
So
would
sad.
I would have just done master. That's stupid. Oh, that pisses me off. Don't word it like that if you can just go into a master and get 130,000. Like, it should just be worded, go get 130,000 points in one Nightfall. Ugh. Triggered. Anyway. Add a throttle to prevent certain exploits as an optimal score strategy. I don't know what that means. Some sort of
That means
throttle.
Death
They're
farming.
stopping you from being able to do death farming, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. I've never done that or even know what it is. So.
It's killing yourself and resurrecting over and over and over because getting a res gives you points.
Yep.
Ah, cool. No, never use that. So it's good that we're removing it, I suppose. Makes no difference. Okay, exotic armor drop rates. They increase them in lost sectors. We knew that already. But it says right here. Okay, so this is where I read this earlier. So they increase. Well, first they increases exotic drop rates for both master and legend and master lost sectors. Cool. We want to be careful about raising the drop rate too much at the time when the activity itself will be getting easier and easier. So just keep that in mind. Once most of the player base completes their yearly power climb, we will reevaluate completion times and rates for rewards. So that could be changing again for the worst. Anyway, they wanted to point out lost sectors aren't the only exotic source in town, and they brought up the Vex Strike event in the Vex Incursion Zone. Okay, so this is where it says, we'll drop a new piece of exotic armor if you have any left to collect on a knockout list with no slot limits like lost sectors have. So if you don't have any exotic armors left to collect, it will drop in a random exotic roll. So when I read that, it's telling me that I have there's nothing off limits.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's what I take it too.
I'd like clarification
wouldn't
from
count on that.
Bungie.
Yeah.
It should be every exotic armor piece, unless unless we know what this knockout list, like if there's an actual physical knockout list that changes every
You
season.
you have a knockout list. It's called your collections, and
Yeah,
you
I
go in
get
there
that.
and you see which ones are grayed out. That's
When
your knockout list.
when I originally read that, that's what I said. But what Gatto said earlier made me question whether or not that's what they're talking about.
It's
I'm
not
just
going to
not
matter
sure.
for you because you have all the exotics except for the new ones. That
I don't.
is not going to affect you at all, right?
I don't have all the exotics on my Titan and Warlock.
No. Well.
I found out the other day, because everybody was talking about Laurelise, so I went to check and I don't have it. And I was like, oh man, no free heals. But yeah, I never. When they first introduced the exotics into Lost Sectors, I was all about it for all 3 characters. Going in there and learning how to solo it. And then it's like, I don't know, it was probably only about halfway through Beyond Light that I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do this for my hunter. So yeah, I don't have every exotic. All right. Coming in season 21. New build crafting updates, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Powerful attraction. Love the concept. Well, I mean, it's just seeking orbs.
Yeah.
Right? For orbs of power rather than elemental wells.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. And then elemental charges basically is you can collect all your little different
Breaches, fire sprites,
traces, all that
sprites,
shit. Ionics, stasis shards, void breaches for an armor charge. Even though, like, I mean, do any of us run out of armor charges anymore? Like, ever?
Unless you expend them with one of the other mods that you're using, but then you
Yeah.
get another armor charge because you pick up another orb right after anyway.
Yes,
You're
my
right.
Stasis Warlock, my turret build does run out of armor charge.
Okay. I guess there's a bunch of stuff that probably does. Just I tend not to use the things that like consume them, but just run down on the timer. Anyway.
I have to use the things that consume to keep my abilities up because I can't count on the shards to do it anymore. It's not, since they only recharge melee energy now. But when this happens, that will change things.
Cool. There you go. Delightful. Shoot to loot now works for orbs of power, which I think is funny, but not like super like, oh my god, it's not game changing or anything.
You not have a battle scar with kinetic tremors and shoot to loot?
Do I have a battle scar?
Pulse
Yeah.
rifle, kinetic.
The new 390,
I don't
the
know.
world
Fun
drop.
It's a fun gun.
Yeah, well, with kinetic tremors, you get a bunch of hits, and it creates a repeating kinetic blast around it. That blast also picks up ammo and orbs around it, so you can collect stuff from a huge area.
Oh, so you can already do that? Is what you're saying?
Once this goes live for orbs, you can do it for ammo bricks right now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know.
I feel that thing is gonna be exploited the living hell out of it.
Agreed. It's going to be a great
If-
utility weapon.
If people actually found the bug where you can just get more ammo with shoot to loot while standing on top and just wasting the ammo, I believe that people are gonna be like, "Oh, infinite orb like exploit. Do this on your raid. Why not?"
I mean, it's going to have some significant changes for like double special builds where you're using things like shoot to loot. It's going to be interesting. I'm
Maybe.
excited.
Maybe.
The only people I've ever see use like shoot to loot are people that are like doing 2 and 3 man stuff. Like I've never, I don't know. I'm just not that hardcore, I guess. Like I always just run and go get my stuff.
Same here. I've never used the
I don't
perk.
switch to a
This might make
kinetic-
me use it though.
I don't
with the
switch to a
orbs.
scout rifle with it and shoot it so I can get my heavy ammo so I can 2-man planets. You know, like that's like what I see it for. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not elite enough. Am I not good enough Destiny player? Not trying
No.
to solo. Not trying to solo. Root of Nightmares or anything.
What was the last dungeon that you solo flawless?
I did the last one. Spire.
He did Spire.
Mhm.
But yeah, but when was the last time that you attempted to do that?
I did it this season, so it wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
I don't know where you were going with that. Yeah, I did it like 3 weeks ago. I remember because I talked about it on the podcast. One of the ones you probably weren't here.
No, unfortunately, I've been busy, very busy the last few weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had to personally use it to get anything completed, but I can see where it would make sense in certain instances. In difficult, like I don't find a lot of the content in Destiny uber difficult. Where like I would need to get ammo that fast and couldn't get over and grab it, and anything I could think of that does that locks out your loadout. So I don't want to waste a perk on shoot to loot. You know.
Yeah, but we're talking about like shoot to loot in multiple areas. Like, how can I say this? If you are running a mod that will make orbs of light when you kill things with your whatever gun that you're using,
Yeah.
shoot to loot will make you, well, just get them so far away. So stuff like in GMs, where like if you have an orb in the middle of enemies, I mean, just shoot the orb; it'll come to you. Okay, thanks. But again, it also depends on like which sort of gun are we talking about, because then again, shoot to loot, like you said, it has its functions, but it's like, is it like a top level perk? No, probably not.
No.
It has its uses.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense. Yeah, it might come up in certain activities that would make it worthy of replacing something better. We'll see. I guess we'll see. I don't know. GMs are going to be hard this season, so we shall see. Maybe that's something we have to do. Okay. They mention here again the strand aspects they're adding next season. That's great. Super. Good job. But here's the big one, ladies and gentlemen. Artifact perk refunds. They are adding the ability to take one off and put a new one on.
So nice.
Yes! Thank the Lord, everyone that is holy.
And now they just need to tie it directly to loadouts, and then that erases that, like, refunding
That would be
anything
even
on
better.
it entirely.
Changing your loadouts and your artifact perks at the same time. Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh, that would be way too complicated. We're talking about Bungie here, after all. So, I mean, when it comes to the artifact part, they take one step forward, 2 steps back. When the artifacts came around, yeah, it was a great change. They made an even better one. Then they said, you know what? Instead of unlocking only 12, here, have the ability of unlocking all 25. I was like, great. What comes next? Oh, you don't need to apply these mods to your armor or weapons anymore. Great. But it's only 12 now. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I mean, who knows? Maybe in a few seasons we'll have the option to unlock all 25. Make the game harder, though.
Yeah, I can see them being passive. 12 is definitely enough for me because there was no way I could fit 12 of those on my armor mods anyway. What I find annoying is that there's more than 12 of them that are good, and to reset them or to change out something for a better activity, like that's better for a certain activity, you have to reset everything. So for me, this is a perfect thing. So it's like I want to turn these two off and turn these other two on. Boom, easy, done, over with. Don't got to worry about it. And yes, the only way to make it better is to give us all 25 passive, or to tie them to loadouts. So I'd be down for either one of those two things. But I'll take the 25 passive. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, if they make it 25 passive, that means they're going to have to reduce the impact every individual one gives you. There would never be another pick up an orb and get volatile perk ever again.
All right.
Most likely, yeah.
Perks from beyond.
No, they're gonna go all for it. Pick up an orb, get volatile, jolt, incandescent, unraveling, and, and and you get devour, even if you're not on void.
Yeah, master of all perks. You get all bonuses. You get volatile rounds. You get jolt. You get
every time you shoot
radiant.
a bullet. You get
you get a void overshield stacked with woven mail for 20 seconds
for every bullet you shoot, and it stacks. So every bullet you get a second overshield, and a third overshield, and a fourth overshield.
We're talking about this, but that is actually going to be the final shape.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be amazing. Anyway, could you imagine? Oh man, the game would be so easy. All right. Anyway, artifact. Yeah. So okay. So now, the seasonal ritual schedule. This is exciting for some people, but with no power cap, no power raise, they're talking about running trials like right away in week 1 of Season of the Deep. And then they're going to make Grandmaster Nightfalls available on week 4. However, they did indicate that the Conqueror Guild node would still not be available until week 7. So the first 3 weeks, or 4, 5, 6, the first 3 weeks we would just have to do what they tell us to do.
No.
Which I don't understand their thought process for that. Like, is it that big a deal that people get Conqueror on week 4?
Just a way to extend the grind.
I mean, I get it.
It's the only thing I can think of.
But that seemed like a weird choice to me. Almost like a point where they, like, there's something written into their code that won't allow Conqueror to be gilded before a certain point, and they don't want to dig into it to figure out what it is. Right?
I believe it was what Saint said. The fact that they want to extend the grind a little bit, not just give everything.
See, what I'm gonna do is they're not giving me everything, right? Like, if they gave me my Conqueror node on week 4, I'd grind it out on week 4. If they give me my Conqueror node on week 7, I'm not going to play GMs for week 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to play it on 7. So it's not extending anything for me. It's delaying when I'm going to play GMs.
If there's a good weapon or there's a double rewards, I'd still do it during those 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I might do a double rewards if it's a good Nightfall, but I would do that if I was already Conqueror. So it doesn't matter. That's my point.
Like you, Greener, I suspect this has something to do with their game code rather than what they think they should actually do. But regardless, it is what it is.
That's what it looks like to me
7.
when I read that, because it was like, hey, we're super excited that we can bring you this in week 4, but you can't get your node till week 7.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for them to say things like, we can't do this because of this technical limitation, like the little elemental shard things, the fire sprites and whatever aren't going to be able to be affected by shoot to loot because of technical limitations.
Yeah, they did. You're right. They did say that. I skipped it. All right. So some big information here. Exotic armor focusing, which is really exciting. Yeah, really exciting. Okay. So there's 2 things you can do. Currently right now, advanced decryption. Well, not right now, but when they go live with this. So basically, you can choose the region, or I guess the release year, For 1 exotic Ingram, 1 Ascendant Shard, 30,000 Glimmer, and you can pick between Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Lightfall, blah 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 blah. Or you can do a Precision Decryption, which costs $1 billion.
Basically.
But it costs a lot. 3 Ascendant Shards.
And a cipher. You also have to get a cipher.
Yeah. An exotic Engram, 3 Ascendant Shards, 60,000 Glimmer, and 1 exotic cipher. So that is quite expensive. They did mention they plan to raise the stack from exotic ciphers from 1 to 5, which is really nice. However, I would have also really liked them to say we're also going to raise the Ascendant Shard stack limit
Wow.
from 10
So,
to at least something other than 10.
Well, we also don't have a way to farm for ciphers either. We just buy them from Zerb once a week, and then any from the season pass.
no. You don't buy them from Zer once a week. You buy a
You got-
bounty
Oh
that you
yeah.
have to do
Yeah.
20 ritual
Yeah.
activities in order
Good
to
point.
earn one. And then you get one in your season pass as well.
So we need to get a way to farm those, or other ways to get those. Otherwise,
They'll just make the Zer bounty repeatable. You could do 20
There you go.
activities
Yeah.
over and over and over again and collect them.
there you go.
Sure.
Hooray.
Easy fix.
No,
Anyway,
it's not.
So
20 per. That the exchange rate is horrible.
once they come
yeah.
out with this, people are going to complain it's not enough, and they'll nerf
No.
they'll nerf the requirements. for it.
No. Here's what's going to happen. Greener, imagine you've got all these shards, and you're
I'm
trying to get a specific roll of whatever exotic that sings to your heart. And you go to wherever we're going to go to do this focusing. And you move your mouse pointer over the one that you want. And with palms sweaty, the anticipation building, you click the one you want. You spend your 3 shards. You spend your cipher. You spend your 60,000 glimmer. You spend your exotic Ingram. You get the exotic you want, and it has a 47 stat roll.
You know that's not going to have a 47 stat roll.
We get sub 60 stat rolls from lost sectors right now today,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
frequently.
But you said 47. All right.
That wouldn't matter. Anything
Yeah, but
less than
they're going to release a
anything less
number.
than 60 is going to be horrid.
Well, anything less than 64, really.
I can accept under 60 because at least then you can get a couple
I
of
refuse to
expired-
wear. I refuse to wear anything under 64, even if the stats line up perfectly. I don't care. I dismantle it.
Anything? No. I do agree with Rect. Anything below 60 is
Yep.
unusable at the
Mhm.
moment.
I agree.
64. You can't
Only
tell
if
me
you're-
it's
only if
lower
you're-
than that, because when I cleaned out my vault for Lightfall, the way I did it was I went through and I deleted every roll under 64.
Well, you made a bet. Well, all right. Listen, you are a hunter main. All right.
Yeah.
And for a hunter main, you should keep everything above 64 because getting optimal stat distribution for a hunter is more difficult than other classes.
That's right.
So
I mean,
that makes
we're
sense for hunters.
we're talking to a hunter main who doesn't even spec into mobility. So
All right. That's fair.
Good point.
Green, are you dumb? I'm sorry.
What? Okay, first of all, you don't spec into mobility on Arc. That's stupid. Secondly, I can understand on Void because your Invis runs off of that shit, but just run the exotic. And then
what exotic are you talking about?
the exotic that gives you double dodge. It basically means you have like,
Big Scouty.
and then you run the mobility armor charge thing that gives you 100 mobility.
Why would you?
You're
Why?
using mobility armor charge?
If I
Yeah,
gain mobility,
what?
yeah,
I-
I would.
No.
I never used
I
any
have
stat
to.
armor
I need to go
charges.
through my. No, I don't have one that's surprised. I don't have a shocked one. All right, I'm gonna have to just stay with this.
Why does that bother you?
You should spec naturally into mobility. And
I used to.
then-
I did for 4 years. Listen, I did for 4 years because it helped a lot. But there was a certain point where resilience and recovery became more important to me.
No, absolutely.
Obviously resilience when, they changed how it worked to 40% damage reduction. Now it's at 30%. And then I was, after Season of the Haunted went away, and we lost restoration times 2 on every dodge. There was no reason for me to spec into dodge nearly as much when I wanted recovery. I don't know. I wanted recovery, and I found it
that
better.
makes sense.
I don't understand how dodge is going to save me when I have 2 health left, right? But if I have recovery, then I have 10 health left at that point, because I gain some back. But nah. We can fight about it all day. I did for years. I did.
No reason to fight about it. You
Well,
also
that's
have a
just
fragment now
terminology.
that gives you plus 30 to those 3 stats anyway, as long as you sprint. So you don't even need to get them to 100.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. But in reality, yeah, I don't know. I did for years. I did up until literally the season after Season of the Haunted. And that's when I kind of focused off mobility. Like, I keep it still around 60 or 70. But
okay, that's not that bad.
But I still, like, if I have to drop it to 50 to get my recovery up to 90, then I will.
Regardless, I have a sneaking hunch that there's not going to be any protection for sub 60 rolls in this precision focusing. They may even say that there is, but it doesn't exist in lost sectors today, so I highly doubt it's going to be the case. It doesn't even necessarily work with high stat armor. What back in the war table days, when you could focus high stat armor for like the one with the Psyops Battlegrounds, where that was like the best one. Even then, I would get armor that was sub 60. So,
I mean, but that's because, well, that thing would give you armor. It didn't say that it would give you high stat armor. So it was kind of a like, oh, it's a 50-50. So you're either going to get like high stat or normal stat armor. If you want like the best type of armor, you either go for raids or dungeons, I guess.
I mean, raids drop armor that's under 60.
Yeah, I've gotten some shit rolls.
I've never
Really?
gotten one in a raid that's been under 60 in my life.
Yeah, same. That's weird.
In fact, I got one that was 30 mobility, 30 resilience, and 30. I'm just kidding. I'm just.
Also, let me throw out there that your ghost mods for stat distribution, they don't work on lost sector armor, and I doubt it's going to work on this either.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think it should work on decryption items.
I mean, it will because if it has before in the past, it will again. So.
Okay. Does it work on like items you get at like the war tables and stuff?
It says that. Yeah, it says right on the thing. You have
I don't pay enough attention to it.
Discipline or whatever attached to your ghost mod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It works fine for legendary armor. It's never worked for exotic armor drops.
No, it has. What?
No.
Really?
Never.
Are you sure?
It has never worked since it was introduced. People have been getting. If I put on my recovery armor, there's no guarantee it'll be 10 plus.
I'm fact checking this because I know for a fact that today I got myself a pair of Shards of Galanor, and I have resilience.
It could have been a coincidence that you just got a good resilience roll.
Mm-hmm.
There are enough anecdotal stories of people not getting the armor out on the internet, on Twitter, Reddit, and the forums, that it goes beyond people trolling or drama posting.
I mean,
there's
I
definitely
wouldn't put anything
smoke there.
past it, but Destiny community. They would
Not
all
in
get
the
together.
numbers that this happens.
Oh,
I'm checking the ones that I got today, and it has. So although I do have the ghost mod that focuses towards resilience, this thing has 11 mobility, 14 resilience, and then 14 discipline, 15 intellect. So, I mean
in
64,
theory.
64 points though. So it's a keeper for green.
There you go, baby. Is there any recovery?
About 8 points.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's
8
not
points.
bad overall. I would keep that. Yeah.
I mean, it's Shards of Galanor, so who the hell uses this anyway?
I mean, I haven't used it. I still use it sometimes in Mayhem, but that's usually it.
Only for
me.
transmog.
Transmog, you.
Mayhem, it works pretty well. Like, you kill one person, you have instant super again. So it's just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Now, if I'm playing Mayhem, I'm going to go with Void Hunter to ruin the fun of other people. Oh, you have a super? Yeah. Oh, you have a super? Not anymore.
Oh my god, are you just shooting the fucking tether all over the place?
Yeah.
You're a horrible human being. That shit is gross. I have been running tether and Iron Banner though, because I'm sick and tired of seeing with Eruption. I'm tired of all the fucking supers, man.
You know, back when this was like in the era of Forsaken and a little bit further after that. There were like a big bump of warlocks were just using Dawnblade in PvP. You know what I specifically did? I changed to Arc Hunter with a deflect super, and every single time that I heard a warlock just popping up a super, I would just my time to shine. They would come up to me, I would just deflect the super back at them. They would not learn. Same thing for Titans as well with their hammers. I was like, nope, get the hammer back to you. Have fun.
All right. Let's move along. So the last thing here is they're mentioning, they're listening to our podcast. I swear to God. Listen to this. We're upgrading more than 15 of our low-performing exotic armors and rolling out balance changes to several others. What did I say last week about they should I forget the terminology, but I attributed it to the champions in League of Legends, where sometimes if they're really terrible, Riot just will redo them completely and then re-release them. And I was like, they should do that for the low-performing exotics. And then, like, the next week, literally on their blog, that's exactly what they're doing to 15 of their low-performing exotic armors.
Listen, I don't wanna bruise your ego, but having found it necessary to be privy to all the leaks out there that are going on right now,
Listen,
that includes all the exotic armor changes. These have been out there for a long time, my friend.
No, yeah, you're right, but the ones that you're seeing aren't real, and the ones that have you read them? They're ridiculous. They're not real. Come on now.
No, I think they're all real, and a number of them have already happened. So
No, I
many
don't believe
things
you.
in those leaks have already happened. So
Nope. Anyway, it's still all me. Why does my mic keep turning down automatically?
Listen, enjoy your stompies and your Starfire protocol while you can. Anyway,
I don't use stompies. Jumping up high is stupid because I can't shoot down. My desk isn't big enough. I can't move my mouse enough. I run on 400 DPI.
I'm looking for my shocked face again.
I can't. Yeah. Anyway, I run 400 DPI on my mouse. It takes. I can't push it far enough to aim straight down at people. I hit my light before I'm like at my knees. You know. Anyway, it's true.
Okay.
Anyway, I never wear stompies. Almost ever. Never. What was the other one?
Starfire Protocol.
Starfire protocol.
Oh, well, we all know that's getting a fucking nerf.
Oh yeah, that's confirmed. From 20% energy back to 8% energy back.
Even if it wasn't confirmed, you'd have to be a fucking naive little twat to think that that's not getting nerfed into the ground.
What, that the exotic itself is balanced? Yeah, sure. Sure is balanced. I'm saying this, of course, with the most leveled sarcasm ever.
Wait, your character talks too? What the fuck is
What, you
going
haven't
on?
noticed?
It's been doing that for like the last 15, 20 minutes.
No, I didn't notice until right now. I don't look at Gato very often because he's not real.
Now
I'm
he
not
is.
real. Okay.
He's a figment of... Okay, do we all have to just get like characters now? We can't use cameras
mean,
anymore?
You got to
We
be a
could.
fox. You got to get a fox.
I'll get
Yeah.
one made for you. There you go.
Oh my god.
I mean, isn't Greener an artist himself? He can probably do it himself.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have time for that.
You're privy to that conversation we had in Shrouded We chat where I said I was just like, I'm tired, I don't want to take up more time doing art.
Oh well.
And that was yeah, you're right. Anyway, no, I wouldn't make myself one because I don't know, it looks cool though. I gotta admit, I
mean,
think I like
just need
it's
the-
so funny
you just
looking at
need
the
the-
little cat talking. Oh my god. All right. Okay.
I mean, when you have the base drawing of yourself, you can just do whatever you want.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So they mentioned they have some exciting news for raid and dungeon exotic drop chances through triumphs. I don't know what they're going to do that's any different than that's what they're doing right now, but they have some exciting news. So I'm excited, I guess. And then what does it say? We're taking a pass at team unfriendly Vanguard bounties requiring specific weapons or ability kills and more. Oh my god. That's actually really good. You know how annoying it is that people like just, I don't know, are doing whatever they're doing off in their own little world because they're trying to do bounties and they don't give a shit about actually progressing. You have any idea how many times I've done Lake of Shadows and then some asshole just sits there and farms the Cabal drops because he's getting
not
strike
talking-
kills?
They're not talking about that though. They're talking
Yeah,
about the fact that like people fight for the same type of kills. If you have two people trying to farm SMG or grenade launcher kills, whatever, like it's unfair that one person gets it and the other doesn't.
Okay, so, okay. Why don't they just turn
As
it
long-
into trials bounties? Or
You
is
mean
Where
the
it's
assists?
Every
Yeah.
everyone on your team accounts for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. That's
be
the
really
best
easy.
option that they can
that'd
do.
be a
yeah.
really easy fix, and we know they already have it built into the game engine. So, because Trials does it.
Every single MMO in the world does that. Why wouldn't they do this for this game as well?
It's true. Yeah. Basically, any quest you do in an MMO, as long as you're in a group with them, or even if you're not in a group with them, but you do at least 1 point of damage to it, it counts as a kill. Yeah, you're right. All right. Anyway, we're done on we're reflecting on Lightfall. So goodbye, and we're gonna move on to this week at Bungie, which is basically that exact thing. With a little bit of extra juice. So, today's TWAB notes, or I guess, whatever, God damn it, bullet points. A recap on this week's Reflecting on a Lightfall article. We're going to skip that. Grandmaster Nightfall starting, which was in the... Wait, was it? No, it wasn't. Okay. Grandmaster Nightfalls are starting. Ooh. A preview of a weapon coming and leaving in Season 21. All right. New Prime Gaming Rewards, and some other shit. Okay, so reflecting on Lightfall, there was a bunch of shit here. Obviously, we're just going to skip that. And then, Who Wants to Be a Conqueror? Is the title of their Grandmaster thing. It starts on April 11th, next week. The adept weapons available are the Buzzard, kinetic adaptive sidearm with awesome perks. Bullshit. Oh, wait. It actually does have the brand new Kinetic Tremors perk. So it's nice that it has new perks than before. And the Swarm, the Arc Machine Gun are refreshed with new perks like Target Lock. So they're not just the same old boring weapons from before. But they've got a few extra perks, which is nice. Don't forget about the other adept weapons, though. You still have a chance to get the Perfect Wendigo or Hung Jury this year. Anyway, your power cap's out at 25. We've always known that. The combatants are going to be 1840 this season, so that means if you're 1815 or higher, you're good to go. Technically, it doesn't mention that you can join lower than that, but you could last season. They introduced that. So I'm not sure when they'll let you in. It doesn't say. But maybe it's like 1805. that how far down it was last time? It was 15 levels under, right?
Yep.
Because you could go in at a potentially minus 40. So
Yep.
1800 technically. 1800 maybe. 1800. We'll see. I guess we'll see on Tuesday. Then there's just a bunch of stuff that we already knew. And then we are getting the elemental surges and overcharge weapons this season with our grandmasters as well, granting the 25 increase of damage. So in theory, most of them should be easier than we've done them in the past, because you basically get overage charges on all of your weapons instead of just one or two, depending if there was a void burn or whatever and you ran 2 void things, and we don't have to deal with match game anymore. So basically you can go in with almost whatever you want, because the whole champion stuff, it's all like, it's super easy to do anything, and if you don't have like unstoppable, you can just suspend them anyway. So just make sure to bring a strand or something like that.
No.
Anyway,
2 stasis warlocks with turrets. The whole thing will be like a regular strike. Trust.
no, I hate that shit. It's so boring. We used to do that for Glassway because it was the only way to make the boss room, like manageable. And I don't know.
Homie, I plan to get a number of people their Conqueror this season, with me and Pepperoni Tony doing it just that way. Pulling
Well, what
SGC
makes it
members
so much
that haven't done it before and get
What
them
makes it
all
so
the
much
way
stronger
through.
this year than last year?
No, it's the same. But the
Oh.
2 stasis warlocks will just lock down everything. You can pick it apart at your own pace.
Yep.
It's chill. Pardon the pun.
I mean, you can also just employ a suspension hunter as well.
Yeah, but the turrets do all that work for you. You don't even have to worry about aiming anything. You just throw the turrets down, they take care of things, and then you just shoot it down.
I can't wait till you get murked. Anyway, but everything else here is the same as every GM. You know, there's going to be a burn. You know, there's limited revives, darkness and grudges. I don't know why I listed all that here. I guess they're really catering to all these people that are apparently new that are playing the game. Yeah. Anyway, they talk again about how they're updating Mars and other heists, so that'll be nice. Hopefully, it'll make it manageable to do those. And then there's a little note here that says last week we shared that was your last week we shared that was your last chance to earn the adept version of Trials of Cyrus weapon Whistler's Whim. The kinetic bow is out of rotation until further notice, although you can always get the regular version by focusing engrams at save 14. Okay, don't want to. What is this? It says there's strand weapons. Explain.
Sure.
You don't want to miss the opportunity to earn weapons that will leave the loot pool once season 21 starts. So we want to share the ones that will be out of rotation. Blah 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 blah. Some details are being kept under covers because we don't want to spoil everything. But yes, there are new strand weapons in the oven. God damn it! Just fucking say what they are.
You can see if you weapons
They-
entering. Read
Yeah,
under
they
there.
do tell you.
All right. No, they don't. That doesn't tell me
Yes,
what the name is and what type of fusion rifle it is.
Strand
anyway,
linear
we'll get to it.
fusion rifle in Gambit.
Yeah, but what type of linear fusion? Is it going to be one of the burst round ones, or is it going to be like
Doesn't
the
matter.
regular?
I mean,
What?
Did you see
Doesn't
what's
matter.
coming back for Crucible, by the
Yeah,
way?
it does matter. I'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
Weapons leaving. Okay, we're losing mindbenders and militias.
Good.
Uh,
Both garbage.
thank God, Jesus Christ.
Inquisitor and Whistler's Whim. So the Inquisitor, if you didn't know, is the arc precision slug shotgun. The Whim is the kinetic bow that we just talked about.
One mid, one gross. Okay,
I
good.
guess I didn't mention this before, just in case you don't know. Mindbender's Ambition is a solar aggressive frame shotgun, which used to be good, but the perk rule currently is poop. The Militia's Birthright is actually a good little kinetic lightweight grenade launcher. So if you want that, final week rotation is May 2nd. Iron Banner, they're dropping the Rebuke, the Arc High Impact Fusion Rifle, and the Hero's Burden, which is the Void Adaptive Submachine Gun, which is the only submachine gun I believe you can get. What are those rounds called?
Destabilizing rounds.
Destabilizing rounds. So if you haven't gotten one yet, Iron Banner's still up till Tuesday, and then we should get another one before the end of the season. And then the Rose lightweight kinetic hand cannon will be leaving and I'll tell you what for in a moment. All right. Next week or not next week. Yeah, competitive Crucible, whatever. Rose. Weapons entering. So Nightfall, we got the Braytech Osprey, which is the high void impact rocket launcher. Loaded Question is an arc high impact fusion rifle. So they're coming in to replace Mindbenders and the Malicious Birthright. Vanguard is getting Positive Outlook, which is a void precision auto rifle. Gambit is getting a brand new strand linear fusion rifle, which actually sounds cool. Anything new is cool to me, I guess. Anyway, Crucible, it's back, baby. Randy's throwing knife, kinetic rapid fire scout rifle. Let's
thank God.
fucking go.
One of the best weapons returning.
Next up, after Randy's throwing knife,
wait, you know we have
get the
Randy's
recluse
throwing
back.
knife in the game still, right?
I know,
Aisha's
but
Embrace?
It's called Servant Leader.
Oh, okay.
It has the exact same role. It's the exact same archetype.
Yeah, but I like.
But
the
it's
other
not
cooler.
called Randy's throwing knife.
Yeah, but Servant Leader looks cooler.
No, I think Randy's looks way better.
Anyway,
It's gonna
Randy's
drop
throwing
with
knife.
bad perks. Bet.
Oh yeah, most likely. That's what I fear. It's them like just hey, have this gun again because people loved it. Oh, look at that.
Whatever
Awful
happened to
perks.
just roll like what do they call the rolls that were designed by?
Curated rolls.
Yeah, whatever happened to curated only rolls, weapons?
They exist still.
Bring them back.
But only
Where?
on the moon, and only when you're doing Altars of Sorrow.
So annoying. Bring them back for. I can't use words anymore. Bring them back for ritual weapons. Yes, thank you, please, for the love of God. Tired of these random roll dog
Are
shit.
you sure you want that?
Yes, I want the fucking. I don't want to roll. I don't want to try to get a god roll for every fucking weapon in the game. Okay. Sometimes I just want to do this set of things, and then I get the good roll. Just
Curated
like
rolls
I did.
were not always good rolls.
Well, make them good. But it's a good example. Like, remember,
just make the thing do the thing. Exactly.
Remember when we got the Time Lost Fatebringer by just doing Templar on Master, and that was it.
Listen, homie, this is coming back. It's coming back as a Crucible weapon. It's not even like the ritual weapon for the season. That means it's going to be in the Crucible loot pool with 12 perks in each of the last two columns. It's going to be horrible to get a roll you want.
What happened is my point to these ritual weapons that would just, I don't know. I miss that stuff. Bring it back.
I mean, we have ritual weapons with a fixed roll when you reset.
Mm-hmm.
You broke Karina.
It's a glaive this season. It's not a bad glaive.
Yeah, but I want an incredible glaive. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's questionable at best.
Anyway, Trials of Osiris getting an arc glaive. Everyone's mad about it because everybody on the internet is a bunch of fucking pussies. And the messenger, kinetic.
Because PvP stands don't like glaives in general.
Too damn bad. It's an arc glaive. Sounds cool. I want an arc glaive that has the Trials like design on it. Not because I'm going to use it in PvP. Anyway, remember when all the PvE people used to complain all the time that they had to do PvP stuff to get PvE weapons, and now it's fucking...
They still do.
Yeah, well, my point is, it's like, that's what this is. It's probably a PvE weapon.
Did you give Wolfie his tail?
No.
Go have some fun.
No?
Anyway,
No?
I mean, if we're talking about reprising weapons, Greener, I'm gonna send you a weapon. They should just bring this model of gun back. I really hope they do, because this alone is If you want to put it up on the screen for everybody to see,
Okay, hold on.
or is it impossible?
No, it's not impossible. I just need to do this.
There we go. See,
This is
remember
what
that
God
scout.
wants back.
It's got a repulse. Scout, right?
it's a scout. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As long as it's not the half dam.
I mean, that's already back, so I don't care anymore.
Low, don't
know.
you be dissing my low brick.
I'm just saying that's all Gato used to talk about. That's all I ever used to talk about.
Look, the
It is.
Saint. No, let me tell you something, Saint. If you actually believe that the Gambit offspring of Halfdan is actually that good,
It's just a world drop this season. That's
No,
it's not-
Lodbrok is a world drop. Yeah.
no. Sorry, no. I'm talking about the. I'm not talking about the Lodbrok. I'm talking about the other one that drops on Gambit.
Yeah, no, I don't use that one.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
No,
so
no,
okay. So you're actually
I'm using the world drop one. Yeah,
okay. So you're
was
actually
nice.
mentally sane. Okay, good.
yeah.
Because the people who actually believe that the other one is actually good, you might have a problem because that weapon is not good.
All right. We're gonna move along because it's been an hour and a half. So we're gonna.
They-
We're nope.
Let me just
Nope.
say something really quick. one last thing.
You got 10 seconds.
Okay, they took Halfdan and slapped a sniper zoom on it. Why? And I'm done. Okay.
All right. He doesn't like the scope. All right. So, yeah, we talked about Arclave. The Messenger's coming back, which I think the only thing about the Messenger was really it could run Desperado, or it could roll Desperado, which made it really good. Maybe they're going to add some new things to it that might mix with that.
They surely will, because Desperado is not good currently. It's bad.
Okay. I remember it being a big deal back in the day, but yeah, you definitely don't see it around very often. Iron Banner is getting a new weapon. Sorry, I complained that there was no new weapons this season, and it pissed me off. Strand Fusion Rifle, and that actually sounds cool. I want a Strand Fusion Rifle. I know we have one from Neo Muna, but whatever. I'm sure it's going to be a different archetype, probably, maybe. We're getting Swarm of the Raven back, which is actually, I remember that being a pretty good grenade launcher if you got the right rolls on it. So hopefully we get some new rolls, new combinations, new perks. And
It was the DPS weapon for Crown at the time.
I remember, yeah. I forget what we were trying to run on it. I remember Spike was a big deal at the time because it was either new or it couldn't run on something else. I don't know. And everybody was trying to get Spike with Raven, but I'm sure there was other perks too that were important. I just don't know what they were. Anyway, and then competitive's getting an arc sniper to replace Rose, which is cool. I like snipers. And if it's for competitive specifically, hopefully there's some really good PvP perk roll in there for it. Maybe some new ones that are actually good on because I'm, tired of getting whatever moving target and snapshot or some shit, which is probably like the best. I don't know if those are the best rolls. I know that they're good.
It's got a lot of competition in that slot with Beloved being there.
Beloved. I have a really nice adept. I forget what it's called. The sniper from King's Fall.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good.
Different slot, but yeah.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're right. Different slot. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's good. Okay, next part on here is they indicated that they dropped a bunch of cutscenes on YouTube, which most people, don't care, right?
Well,
It's for the people who never seen them or things that already happened. That's nice. It's a nice addition.
the big change that has caused a little bit of wave is at the end of this little section. They are no longer allowing people to post full cutscenes on their YouTube channels. And there are a number of channels out there that have already been archiving Destiny media that they're not sure if they can even continue to operate at this point.
Well,
So
I mean, in theory, all it says is we ask. They're not telling you. It says we ask that you leave the cutscenes to us. We totally understand and allow clips to be used during your video creations for
I'm
MOTW
sure
or
they're
other
not going to make
content.
any channel
Whatever.
claims on YouTube at all ever.
Anyway, what do you
I mean, the last time
Yeah.
that happened, it was a mishap.
It
Not really
was
True.
intentional.
Yeah. And now that Bungie was like, hey, let's do it for real. Anyway, it doesn't matter. How many YouTube channels need to exist? I mean, there's probably a billion of them, but like, why do you need to repost cutscenes from Destiny to give viewers? Like, make your own content.
I mean, a lot of people just, as soon as a cutscene just drops, will just make a video on YouTube and just post it because, well,
And now they're mad that
Instant
they're not going to
views.
make money off someone
Well,
else's work.
but
I don't feel bad.
also-
I don't feel bad for them.
Also, this stuff didn't exist going back to even Destiny 1 on any Bungie channel. So if you wanted to go back and look at that stuff, your only option was to go out to these guys that do this archiving, right?
Yeah.
although there is one specific YouTube channel that does this very well, which is the Destiny Lore Vault or Lore something. They're like something Destiny Vault Lore or something like that, where they catalog every single like piece of dialogue at the end of missions and stuff like that, which Bife has used before on his videos. So, and they do it pretty well. Like they don't have like any special effects. No, just the video just plays exactly what you want to look for.
Yeah, and that's great, but I mean, again, I don't fault Bungie for wanting to really take this on and then earn that extra revenue of getting views on their channels for their content. So
Free
Don't mean
money.
it's their game,
Free money.
it's their content. They have the right to make that money. So anyway, whatever. Wah, wah. I'm sure I'd be crying about it too if I was a content creator that did that stuff. So like, at the same time, I feel a little bad for them, but at the same time, it's like you're probably good enough at making, other content that people will still watch your videos, right? And if you're not, did you deserve that many viewers? Oh. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being a dick. I don't know.
No.
It's raining loot. All right, Twitch Prime gaming rewards available for Destiny 2. The new ones came out, so go get them if you didn't. You get an actual shader. Go get that.
A new shader too,
Yeah, it actually looked all right.
Yep.
except it looks nothing like the icon, like
Uh,
most of the other shaders in the
Yeah,
game.
that doesn't
Well,
bother me at all.
What do you? Yeah.
That's what the preview button's
What do
for.
you know?
Stupid.
Everything else sucks. The ship is gross. The ghost is gross.
The shader's gross.
If you want your guardian, I mean, I didn't mind the shader on some gear. It looked all right. If you want your guardian to hold an umbrella, then there you go. Go grab that emote. Quick note here. You have... okay, no, you don't have any time. You have until April 30th if you beat Root of Nightmares before the 21st of March to order the jacket. If you didn't beat it before then, you are SOL, so get fucked. Player Destiny 2 Armory Collection. So this is fairly new. The Destiny 2 Armory Collection includes both the Forsaken Pack and the 30th Anniversary Pack, but does not include instant unlock of items or exotics outside of what is listed directly for each pack. Players who already own Forsaken Pack will not be granted bonus Forsaken ciphers for purchasing the Armory Collection. Okay, so they're mentioning that for some reason. There must have been something that happened. No idea.
It's a
what
new It's a new pack, like a
it?
DLC for people who are missing content. All that does is gives people access to missions and parts of the campaign that would give you a certain exotic.
Okay. Well, it
The
definitely
most
doesn't
used
give you
exotics.
Forsaken campaign access. Must just give you
No,
the
no, but it gives you access to Last Wish.
That Switch sucks.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't actually. It's just
Excuse-
it's old and boring now.
What do you
Excuse
mean
me?
What do you mean it sucks?
I've done it so many times. No one cares about it anymore. I
It's
want
a-
new stuff. Get
it's-
that ugly, nasty
it's-
look off your
it's-
face.
It's a good raid.
It is
I
a
never
good
said it
raid.
wasn't a good raid. It just sucks.
Last Wish sucks, he says.
I don't think
Goss
Last Switch sucks. Okay,
sucks.
calm down. Calm down. You're
Okay,
right.
no, I do
GOS
agree.
GOS
Yeah,
is the worst
GOS
raid
sucks.
that's
Yeah.
currently in Destiny. And Last Wish is fun. Sorry. I got a little
Greener, you
dramatic.
didn't-
It's just
Greener,
it's been
you
around
didn't-
so long that I'm a little bored of it, is all.
Greener, you didn't hear this from me, but Last Wish is going to be the next raid getting revamped weapons.
And that would be awesome, and now I'll be excited for it again. But as of currently right now, then why wouldn't I hear that from you?
Okay.
No,
I'm
you
being
said
sarcastic
that. You
again.
didn't. Okay, all right. I didn't get it. I'm dumb. I was gonna say I've heard
I'm
that
saying-
like 10 times.
Yeah,
Is
because
it a
it's true.
secret?
It's
Oh.
going to be. It was a secret, but now it's confirmed. Last
Okay.
Wish is going to be the next raid to be revamped.
Woo! All right, go Last Wish. Even though none of the weapons are really that good.
New perks. New
Yeah,
perk pools, for sure.
New
perks.
perk, craftable weapons. What do you mean the weapons aren't good?
What
the Void
what
Auto
is
Rifle?
good in there?
The hand
Void
cannon was
auto
good
rifle.
back in the day.
Oh yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
but-
I could just run Midnight Coup and have the same thing.
The scout rifle is good because it can roll kill clip and rampage together.
True.
And the fusion rifle is good for PvP.
Sure. Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
we're getting
and
to
you
a certain
also-
point where we have so many fucking guns that like being
You
able
also
to
have
craft
the
new
rocket
ones
launcher.
that just look differently but act the same isn't that it's starting to get less and less exciting.
Bring
So
back.
you notice I was really excited for the new strand weapons because they're different. Somebody tells me I'm
Alright.
getting another Void auto rifle. I'm like, okay, woo, yay!
Oh, I completely forgot, but Last Wish also has the pulse. The
Shattering Bone.
yeah, Shattering Bone. That was a pretty good pulse back then.
Mhm.
Yep. All right.
All right, click on the animals. Hey, baby otters.
Hold on. We gotta put them up on the screen for the viewers too.
It's already what?
It's
Oh.
not. That's not. No. It
Okay.
was up on the screen for you, not for them.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at the baby otters, everybody. Is that what those are? They're otters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Super cute. All right. That's all you get.
One of these days we have to feed Greener like false information and see how much he believes it.
Oh wait, what did you say that was false?
There you go.
Never mind, Greener. Never mind.
I'm so confused.
Whoosh.
Or we just need to do these later and later so he doesn't catch
Yeah,
anything.
it's already pretty late for him. You can tell he's running out of
Mhm.
fuel.
Yeah, man, it's midnight. I get, but it's probably like 4 a.m. for Gato. So
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. for me. So what do you mean you're tired?
I live a normal human life, though.
Yeah, so do I. But
If
I
you're
want to
up at 4
participate in
a.m.,
this-
you literally don't.
look,
I mean, I get
am-
up at 4 a.m. for work.
look, I am forced to be up at 4 a.m. if I want to participate in these little podcasts.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. And it's not normally 4 a.m. All right, things went weird today. All right. And ironically, all this stuff that I like had to delay everything for, like, didn't end up happening. But I wasn't gonna go back to you guys and be like, okay,
Also-
we can do it again at the normal time. And I was just like, nah, I've
Also-
already changed it.
Also,
Yeah.
at what time is it for you when you do the EU streams?
Well, I was doing the EU stream at 12 p.m. Like noon.
Oh, okay.
But the new time zone that we switched to last week, that seemed pretty successful. I guess we'll see moving forward.
Yeah, you want to know why it wasn't successful the first time and then it was successful? Because you did the first time around in the middle of a working day, at least for us EU. You did it around 3 to 4 p.m. here, and then you switch it to like
I
8 to
asked for
9.
a time frame from you people, and you told me to do it at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Whoever told you that is not a
A
European.
bunch of people. Anyway, we did like I don't know. We did like 5 of them, probably 5 or 6
yeah.
of them at that time zone. And
Yeah, I know.
Not last week, but the week before that, I asked. I was like, let's do some polls. So we did outlaw polls, and we did a poll in Dawn, and they came back. The majority said 8 o'clock BST would be better, which is 4 o'clock my time, 3 o'clock Eastern. But I ended up having to start it at 8:30, so I was late on the first time we were moving to a new time zone. So anyway, we still had like 50 people show up, which is pretty good for EU. I'd like to see it closer to 75, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, at that hour, I as well showed up because it's much easier for me to
Were you there?
watch the stream at that point.
All right, we can talk about nonsense after we've stopped the recording, if we want to. So, really quick, that's everything on here. Oh, no, there's known issues. All right, Destiny 1 known issue. No one cares. There's a known issue where you can get another upgrade module for the war table that results in constant blinking forever, and they don't have a fix for it. So, get fucked. Dreaming City destination chests have no sound. Oh my god. All right, we're investigating an increased report of bird errors while using this void subclass. All right, well. Bird errors. I don't know why that was funny to me, but it does. Omelon heavy grenade launchers are missing projectile explosion effects, and legendary dares of eternity may not successfully complete if Hive are the final encounter.
Can confirm.
Can confirm
Bro.
that happened to you, eh?
You just gotta sit
Several
there and
times.
wait. If you sit there and wait, eventually it'll fix itself.
So,
Oh, well,
but
okay.
if they know that, like they control legendary dares encounters, why don't they just turn the Hive off?
Greener.
That's greener. That's called being racist. They
Wait,
can't do that.
That is not where I was going. When they had to move around Iron Banner in Trials, all right. When Trials dropped, the Iron Banner node was available,
Yeah,
or
I
vice
know.
versa. All right. Listen, I love Destiny. All right. As much as I complain about it, I have devoted literally a year of time to it. All right, like an actual consecutive number of hours a year of time to it. After all that time, I know there are just certain things Bungie is gonna fuck up 99% of the time.
Yeah,
all right,
that's fair.
and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All right. So
but-
those known issues aren't that big a deal. We are going to end on that note. I would like to ask if anybody has anything to plug before we stop the official recording.
Derelict Prime,
Derelict
April 22nd. Sign up.
All right. We got 2 weeks for
Play.
that. Sign up. Anything else?
When Grandmasters start, I'm probably gonna start streaming using this avatar, doing PvP, potato PvP, and GM and raid helps.
What's your...
Mr_rect.
All right. Twitch.tv/Mr_rect. Mr. is fully spelled out. MISTER. Maybe I'll link it below. Unlikely, though.
That's all right.
No, I might, but I'll probably forget. Good thing?
Recruitment post per the usual. Upload it, all that jazz, and then I am now officially actually streaming again. Just got done with one before this, so yeah, you can go follow me there as well. Haven't decided with what I'll be doing officially yet, but I have some ideas. But yeah, come follow me, Mr. Good Saint at twitch.tv.
What would you stream today?
We did King's Fall right before this. My wife's second. So.
I got off.
Unfortunately, my computer is not that good that I can stream whenever I want or the games that I want to play. So, oops. But new game show coming soon. Soon, quote unquote, quotation marks. Uh, if you're listening to this and you want to participate on the next one, seeing that the Would I Ever Lie to You game show was, okay, it was a good attempt. Well, just pay attention to the announcements. Stop ignoring all the things that SGC puts up,
Agreed.
or like read the pings. Like, stop.
Read it.
Read it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for those. My plugs are the same as always. Check out the community stream, twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming. If you're not a member of our Destiny community in our Discord, check out our Discord, shroudedgaming.com/Discord. Links are all below. Oh, shit. We have to do the Player of the Month stream tomorrow, but today. Okay, yeah, I got to vote on that. Fuck. Okay.
There's the stream name. Oh shit, we gotta do the POTM.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we'll come to that as well. Good news, I have the list of winners this week. Early. Okay. Weekly 2300 silver winners are, you won't believe this, but there's two of them, and one of them is Devilito 666, and the other one is Mr_Rect.
Yeah, finally.
So you burned all yours, and now I can burn all mine. All right, cool.
All right, monthly 6,000 silver giveaway winners are B Fantana 2044 and thebiggsexy. And the monthly 12,000 silver winner is mrsmcnazty. So congratulations to all the winners. Your names are all down below because you probably didn't make it this far into the video. Hopefully you read the description and find out you won something. If not, tough luck. You have 30 days to claim your prize before it gets shot into the void. That's it. Nothing else going on in Shrouded until the 22nd, and then the weekend after that. We should probably talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
By the way, also, what we're going to do.
Yeah. No, and I've been mulling over how I'm gonna have to rearrange my room.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye to the recording. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching this week at Shrouded, episode 11. Thank you to my guests, Captain Gatto, Mr. Good Saint, and Mr. Rect. That is all the news we have for you this week, and we're out.